Mira tu phone, pon el Muki y ahí sale, ¿lo has visto? Sí, es locazo, o sea, es un duende. Es un duende que para en los túneles, ¿no?
¿Y a quién protege?
A los mineros.
Es un duende que protege a los mineros.
Claro.
¿Y ustedes serían?
Nosotros somos los duendes que protegemos a toda la gente que nos escucha, a la sociedad en general. O sea, nuestro trabajo es que a ti no te chape la inteligencia artificial, bueno, metafóricamente hablando. O sea, que a ti no te... Claro, que tú sepas que hay seres humanos que están haciendo cosas reales y que son súper valiosas y que son indispensables para que sobrevivas. Estamos ahí para proteger a la gente y cuando vienen a vernos, ahí es cuando hay ese intercambio de energía protectora, ¿no? Algo así, ¿no? La idea del Muki, y ese va a ser el nombre del disco. That's called horse. And the reason you do that is so blood will flow to the muscles in your face so you can play the trumpet. It's like the pre-warm-up. And actually, if you do this long enough, it can almost cover your entire warm-up needs. It's really interesting.
¿Y esa cajaza?
Esto es para llevar más tarde. Es un sistema satelital de internet.
Ah, la
Sí, la tiene. The idea of the tune is based on a newspaper article. Not a newspaper. Maybe it was a news show. I don't really remember. But there was something in the news here in Peru that talked about miners that were trapped in a mine, and the rescue was bureaucratically stopped, and it was taking a really long time. But the reason is because here in Peru there's a lot of illegal mining, and mining that's called informal, we call it here. And so because it was illegal miners in this illegal mine, there was some bureaucracy and some delay in the help getting to them. So I thought that was pretty awful. And I was thinking, like, this needs to be a song, this needs to be a tune, right? And what I normally do, separate from these ideas that may be more like intellectual, is I carry around, on my phone, the little recording app. And so I just record anytime, like, I have an inspiration, but it's just like it comes into my head, and I could be like, walking on the street, so I don't have an instrument or anything. So I just grab the phone and I record it. So this song, the idea for this song, actually, I recorded it with my voice like back in November 2024. See? So right before going to the studio, thankfully, we've been playing, one or two times a week here in Lima. So we were able to bring the material in and try different tunes out, try different ideas on the tunes, record them a little bit, listen back, see how the audience was reacting. In fact, at one point, we asked the audience to name one of the tunes. The tune didn't have a name yet, so we thought people could take their napkin, and in the club, just take their napkin and write down ideas for the name of the tune. And actually one of them was a total winner. It was like an absolutely really cool title that made a lot of sense for the music.
I've just been writing. I started writing again a couple of years back. I became a mom 7 years ago, and I couldn't compose any music for the life of me, because it's not just that it takes over your time, it takes over your brain when you have a child. So the first couple of years, just like completely reorganization of the brain, and then it comes back, And then a couple of years ago, I started writing music again.
And there was much rejoicing.
It was such a happy moment for me to know that I could still write music. I thought that I had lost it forever. It was really worrisome for me. My favorite one is Vista Panorámica, the bird's eye view one.
That's a really cool tune.
It's in 5/4, and it makes me feel a little bit like I'm in a video game, flying over the city. Yeah. Yeah. And you're like flying, you know? Para que los choros sepan cuánto tiempo tienen.
O sea, yo siento que Gabriel es parte ya de la historia de la música peruana. La música peruana tiene vertientes, ¿no? Está la música criolla de centro musical, bla, 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 y está el jazz afroperuano. Entonces yo siento de acá que en unos años esto va a ser historia, ya es historia. Entonces siento que yo soy parte de esa historia.
I have got to show you this because this is a little insane. So what we have over here is the Afro-Peruvian Sextet, looking a little tired. Because we've set up all of our stuff. There's a quijada, de cajón, the guitar, there's Cocho, there's Maestro Huevito, Mario, the bass player, our horns, our drums. They're all set up way back here next to this big screen that'll have some projections on it. And if we turn around that way, what you see is the Segura Theater. That's the string orchestra sitting down there, right? That's a string orchestra, 37-piece string orchestra. They're going to be sitting here, and we're going to try to perform together, right? Andrea acaba de mandar un mensaje, la cagada. Lindos son los jochos en el panave, sobre todo la entrada del segundo chorus. Oye, no me convence la forma de... No me convence la forma de... El último que se pierde. Creo que la parte que tengo de Walking on the Moon está un tono más abajo. Está bueno ese tema. Oye, ¿se podría cambiar esos 4 compases de la zafra de nuevo a 9 octavos? ¿Se podría cambiar esos 4 compases de la zafra de nuevo a 9 octavos?
No jodas. Ni cagando.
Compases 9 al 13. Le daba un sin que ahora le falta. La zafra está largo. Yo iría de frente de la F a la coda. Eso sí puede ser interesante, ahora lo miré.
Vamos a abrir,
creo que eso se puede.
Justo ahorita vamos a abrir ese tema.
Eso es un corte, ¿no? Y creo que me gustaba más mi final original.
No es que el Muki o los temas del disco vinieron tal cual como los vas a oír, ¿no? Sino vinieron como una idea en un papel y mucho tiene que ver cómo transmite la idea el compositor, en este caso Gabriel, que está acá, y Laura Andrea, que por desgracia no está aquí, pero es una de las compositoras. Entonces, la forma en que se transmite la idea creo que es lo más importante, ¿no? Nada más, pinturita. Aquí podría venir.
Claro, hay que se pongan gospel.
Claro, ahí sí pueden abrir armonía.
Ahí hay que armar un acorde. ¿Y qué pasa si en lugar de oe es una letra? Tipo en quechua, tipo del Muki. 3 palabras.
Pero estos van a poder hablar eso.
Bueno, si son 2, 3 palabras, 2. Pero claro, el quechua es un poco jodido porque tiene...
Ni tú lo puedes hablar ni yo, weón.
No, estamos cagados.
But then I wrote these other 5 tunes, 6 actually, but he rejected one. And
I didn't reject one. I never reject anything.
you rejected
No.
that Panalivio.
Because you said it wasn't for the sextet.
Well,
How
yeah,
is that rejecting it?
that's true.
Alegría y la bandera se salieron del cuadro.
Is that Jocho Velázquez is on the guitar and producing the record. And Jocho comes from, the world of traditional but modern Afro-Peruvian music. And